from beautiful South Florida. There's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today we hit double digits, week 10, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the Miami Dolphins. Hi, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Bills, they come in off a loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple months. 5 wins in their last 8 games. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Well, the Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
Well, the silver lining from last week, he played phenomenally. Kept the ball clean and led them to the end zone several times. You know these NFL quarterbacks, though. They trade away all those touchdowns if it meant getting the win. That's his focus this week.
There are the numbers for Cook from a week ago. 14 carries, 102 yards.
Yeah, he could very well be on his way to a rushing title, but guess what? His offensive line, they're meeting separately because they want that rushing title as much as he does, and they want to make sure they get him there.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. That's taken in. It's Keon Coleman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Going to throw. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Up the middle, it's Cook. That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
On play action, Allen. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete. The Bills at 5-3 now on the year. They coming off the loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple of months, CD. 5 wins in their last 8 games.
And it always hurts when you lose a tight game as they did a week ago. I think each player starts thinking to himself, if I could have played better one play here, one play there, maybe it could have changed this team's fortunes. But it absolutely illustrates how important it is to play a complete game if you want to win in the NFL.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. Well, that one hurts. I mean, it was 3rd down, of course, but now the penalty, and we're back to first down.
Yeah, it hurts momentum in a big way, and they built that up here in the early going. Now, that leaves the opposition with a first down. That's a mistake you don't want to make at this point in the game.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Bradley Chubb able to record his 5th sack of the season. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 21. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
First down. 24-yard gain on the play. First down, Buffalo.
The first down carry for Davis. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all this stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Cook up the gut. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bills will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And it's 7-0 Buffalo. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was James Cook capping all of that off with a touchdown run.
Set to kick off.
Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Dolphins take the field with Tua Tagovailoa, their quarterback from Alabama, at the helm.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up second down. Here's Tua. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hill. And Hill is going to have the Dolphins first down as he'll be brought down at the 38-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. Now Tua on the bootleg here. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Second and a couple. On the ground, this is Devon Achane. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line.
And Oliver made the
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down. You look at this Buffalo defense. It's a unit that has had all sorts of issues against the pass. Dead last in the NFL, number 32 in the league.
And when you're getting ready to face the number 1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that it's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
First down.
Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chains, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Tua sets up to pass it. That's Waddle. He's got the catch on the out route. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. In motion goes the tight end. From midfield, here's Tua. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Jalen Waddle, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. They said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive. He burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bills' offense, led by their running back, headed out for the 2nd possession. He is the NFL's leader in rushing yards to this point in the season. And if he can replicate or even surpass the production that he had over the first half of the year, he's going to have a good chance to take home the title. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. Now, these two teams met earlier in the year in Buffalo with the Bills winning that ball game. So they're looking for the season sweep with a win here in Miami. Play action. Now it's Allen. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Here's Allen to throw it. He'll try and do this himself. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
That's good for a Bills. First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Allen. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They'll come up 2nd and 7.
At the 43-yard line.
To throw, it's Allen. Going up top. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. A big play here for Buffalo. And even 50 yards.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. They'll run with Cook. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow. And this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on first down.
7-7, our score after 1. The Bills with a football as we start quarter number 2. As they come up now, second and goal. Again, it's Cook. And this time he's in for a Buffalo touchdown.
Touchdown, Bills.
So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the second time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack. And you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line. And he's able to take it into the end zone.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. The extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 14-7.
Dolphins 7.
So that drives 7 plays in length. And it was James Cook capping all of that off with a touchdown run. Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
Good starting field position for them as they come up first and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll run it up the middle now. Gordon. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Second and 6.
Hey, get set.
Going to the air. Tagovailoa. Open man downfield is Hill. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 55 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Oh, good move.
The Bills take over first down.
The Bills offense and running back James Cook heading onto the field. As we transition into the second half of the season, you can see he's the NFL's leader in rushing touchdowns. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives, so a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like the offense coordinator's a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now. They're beating them to the punch with their play calls. They've got a nice rhythm they're locked into. How can the defensive guys come up with something that'll disrupt that flow? That's what they're seeking right now.
Well, it's been an exciting sequence to watch. From the gun, it's Allen. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
That's another Bills first down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
So on the other side of the field now, it's first and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. Brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 68 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
First down. A gain of 13 yards.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far in this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Here's Cook again. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Ray Davis, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bills have broken the tie.
Sometimes you get a first and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on first down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. He's been good so far to this point in the second quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job
increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
They'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the second quarter. Hill going to go in motion right. The drive starts with a run from Achane. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's second down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
You're right here.
On play action, here's Tua. And they'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Go ahead.
Now Waddle on the jet sweep. And down inside the 40 or about the 38. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Here's 2nd and 3. Achane on the counter. Well, he shifts past him. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane, 37 yards. And the Dolphins are an extra point away now from moving out in front. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was Devon Achane who finished things off with a touchdown reception. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big hole after big hole to run through in this first half. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. They'll try the middle with Cook. They'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22. A tough spot here. 3rd and 15.
It's a game of 6. And it's 3rd down.
56, 56.
Here's Allen. And that will be incomplete. So after 3 drives that ended touchdown, 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 they get bogged down on drive number 4.
Yeah, I don't know how excited you would be on the other side of the ball that they finally didn't score. You know, you're happy, of course, but at the same time, did you have that much to do with it, or did they just get tired?
Maybe it's just a sense of relief at this point. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And it'll be Dolphin football. Devon Achane of the offense ready to go once again. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. 47 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. Achane here. They stay on the ground. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Short throw to be caught by Waller. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. His first catch, good for 8 and a 1st down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. A swift move and then tackled just on the other side of midfield. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll be 2nd and a couple.
At the Bills' 49-yard line.
Up the middle, Achane. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. Now Tua. And he is caught. And he's got a 1st down as a tackle made at the Bills' 25-yard line. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
From the gun, it's Tua. Quickly into the hands of Waller. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup at 5 or 6.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a 2nd defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Now 2nd and 5. Back to the ground, Achane. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down.
Ready.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
At the 2-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill with career touchdown number 94. He ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list. And the Dolphins would extend their lead here just before halftime. Sanders on for the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. But James Cook and the Buffalo offense returning to work now. He's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help, and I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score, and sometimes your strategy is, okay, he can go ahead and have all of his points. Let's hold down everyone else, and that's the way you win the game. And right now, he needs everyone else to start scoring, quote-unquote, as he's been.
Yeah, he's hoping to keep it close so maybe they can keep it on the ground, not start to go through the air as much. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So these two teams off to their locker rooms for intermission, and that means we go to Orlando. Here's Scott Hansen with our
look around
report.
the league
Scott?
starts now with a matchup of contrasting styles. All right, Brandon, thanks much. It's Week 10, Veterans Day coming up on Tuesday, by the way. We salute all the brave men and women who keep our country safe. This one's for you. Here we go with the highlights. And it's last year's 8th overall pick, Michael Penix. He's going to find his man, and he did plenty of that, one of 5 touchdown passes on the afternoon. From there, let's go out to Denver, checking in on the Broncos. They're playing host to the Las Vegas Raiders. And this is Courtland Sutton. He's going to pull this one in, and then he sets his sights towards the end zone. 56 yards, touchdown. One more to show you real quick. We go to Houston. It's the Texans hosting the Jacksonville Jags. And it's Trevor Lawrence finding the rookie, Travis Hunter. 15 yards for the touchdown. This one's gone to halftime with the Jaguars lead it by a touchdown at the half. A final look there at the rest of the scores from Week 10 with Cincinnati, Dallas, Kansas City, and Tennessee all on their bye. Meanwhile, in our game, both teams have been able to move the ball effectively. It might be a question of which defense can make a stand in the second half. As we send you back out to the stadium with Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Set to kick off.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work.
okay, what do we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Two are going to throw. That's caught. Nick Westbrook-Akine with it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Off the play action, Tagovailoa. Now he'll tuck this and run. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
That's another Dolphins first down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, are microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Gregory Rousseau able to bring him down.
That felt like a trap, because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
It's safe. Go ahead. Out, out.
In motion, the tight end. Out route to Hill, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. No question that they're going to continue to look his way. 6 catches in the first half and now 7 on the game. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They're really locked in on offense.
It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Here now, 2nd and 4. They fake the handoff, now Tua. An off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early. So that flag will set him back 5 yards.
Still 3rd down.
After the false start, sets up a 3rd and 9.
Ready, shot.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
I'm actually looking at this play with defensive eyes here, partner, because they were still laser focused on him after his earlier exploits on this drive. I think they went back to the well just a little bit too soon. He got across the line of scrimmage, but they certainly weren't giving up much more than that.
A 40-yard attempt.
Sanders' kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And you have to imagine this defense saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the 3rd quarter. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Now their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
56.
Now Aller. Slant route going to be caught by Palmer. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Allen now looks to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out to say, let's get food.
Not one that I've ever met.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
At the 28-yard line.
Here's Tua. Open man is Waddle, complete. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Jalen Waddle. It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
3rd and 4. Tua sets up to pass it. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it would officially go down as a gain of 5 yards.
1st and 10.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Running right, here's Achane. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. 50 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 3. Now a toss right side. Achane with it. Ooh, a juke. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin 1st down. Successful toss play to the right there. It's interesting. Teams seem to run the toss a lot more to the right than to the left.
It's usually a little more natural. Right-handed quarterback, typically your power side running the ball is to the right side with your guard and your tackle. In college football, they used to call it student body right because you had everyone on that side, including the fullback leading. In the pros, they don't call it that, but it's still the same result.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On the counter, here's Gordon. And he'll go down at the 28. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Now they'll send Waddle in motion left. A give left side. Here's Achane. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
His throw incomplete.
It's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to pass. Tua. And he couldn't square up to throw there, and it falls incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
A 47-yard attempt.
The kick by Sanders is good. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. This offense making its way back out, led by their running back. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of the halftime talk for this defense. We've got to find a way to slow him down. That's probably what they're saying. But nothing that they have done has worked so far. Now Allen. And that one complete to his receiver, Palmer. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 44-yard line.
Allen. That's again complete to Palmer. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a first down to boot.
First down. A gain of 9 yards. First down, Buffalo.
Give to Cook out of the gun. They're shoving his way inside the 35. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 110 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On play action, Allen. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
319!
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4. The Bills on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is third down and 12. Allen going to throw. Throwing deep here for Coleman. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Keon Coleman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
27.
Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Oh, nice move. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Now we get Tyreek Hill and the rest of the Miami offense back out there.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It was Joey Bosa working his way in to bust that one up.
This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
A give, running right, Achane. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up third down.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see.
But look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
This offense and their running back headed back onto the field. And he's been a tough guy to contain this year, and his numbers reflect that, as you can see right here. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. Stiff-armed him. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. James Cook, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6.
Mitch Wishnowski set to kick off.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Dolphins about set to go to work on offense. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at about the 32. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Joey Bosa, so strong, able to fight his way in there to make the play.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. Quick slant into the hands of Darren Waller. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Play action. Now it's Tua.
Oh, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly, they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
Now a 2nd and 10.
44. Ready.
In motion is Westbrook-Ikhine. That's complete to Westbrook-Ikhine. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He'll try and do this himself. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
To throw, it's Allen. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. And now they're in the hurry-up.
And the Bills first down. An 8-yard pickup. And the Bills first down.
From midfield, here's Allen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
With a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. He'll air this one toward Coleman.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Oh, that would have been a nice one to hit on in a tie game. You start to think that one big play, maybe the next big play, could turn out to be the game winner. They took the big shot, but it winds up incomplete.
And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot.
Miami set to take over. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10
from back at their own 10-yard line. Here's Tagovailoa to throw.
Open man, Westbrook-Ikhine.
That's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 15-yard line.
Ready.
On play action, here's Tua. Over the middle, complete. That's Hill. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
Tua to Tyreek for the Miami first.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now Gordon on 1st down. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one, and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27.
Get set. Out.
From the gun, it's Tua. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
Well, we all know possessions are crucial in a tie game, and let's face it, I really didn't need to tell you that. You already knew it. So when he sees he's got nothing good going, an excellent decision to just send that one to the sideline.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Tua. And going deep for Hill. And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Bills are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
At their own 11-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And the question, can they turn that interception into points? A tie game for the moment in the 4th quarter.
They start the drive with Cook. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 14-yard line.
Here's Allen.
That is caught. Kincaid with it. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
That's good for a Bills.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. Tie game in the 4th quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Matt Judon there to bring him down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 36.
From here on, any score could be the winning one, and he is certainly aware of that. Look at the way he locked in on that marker and made a mad scramble to get to it for the first down.
319!
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score.
319! What's up?
Cook up the gut. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2nd and 6 coming up. Here's Cook again. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Well, this crowd into it now. 3rd and 2. Throwing, Allen. He'll try, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This for the lead in the final stages. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. This is 1st and 10. Hill. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there. And they'll go backwards right away. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
44. Ready.
Here's Tua. Now we'll tuck this and run. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. A big play needed, no doubt. 3rd and long. Tua. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? What does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Here's Allen. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Intended for Dalton Kincaid. Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Allen. He'll look down the field here for Kincaid. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, they have that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Well, this crowd is making an impact right now. 3rd and 10.
56, 56.
Now Allen. That's caught by Shakir. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. Picked up by Chris Barnes. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Now Tua. Here we go. This to avoid overtime. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout. And here in overtime, a quick reminder, the game no longer ends following an offensive touchdown on the opening drive. Both sides will have the chance to possess the ball unless there's a defensive touchdown. In that case, the game will end right there.
Jason Sanders.
So the Bills going to be the first to get it as we are back underway here in overtime. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. And here come the Bills. They have fought hard to reach this point. They've got the ball first. Remember, though, even if they score, it would quiet this crowd, but it doesn't end the game. But a chance to put a solid drive together here and at least get 3 and hopefully for them a touchdown. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's able to get it to Coleman. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The end result, 21 yards. So they come out throwing in the extra session and get a nice hookup right away.
Tells you a lot about what a coach feels about his team, doesn't it? That type of a play in overtime, so many people in this situation play not to lose instead of playing to win. That throw there tells you exactly what they're trying to get done.
Now Allen. He shakes him off. They'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
Now Allen. Shakir hauls it in. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 26. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Brought down by Willie Gay. We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on second down. Again, it's Cook. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 178 yards rushing for him now as he was just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory. They'll try the middle with Cook. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
And that is incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to at least get him a lead here in overtime. And his kick is right there. It's good, and the Bills have taken the lead. So they do get the short field goal here to get them the all-important overtime lead. But, Charles, you wonder if they'll wind up ruining the fact that they were able to get down into the red zone, yet not able to find the touchdown that would have won them the game.
Brandon, you're absolutely right. In overtime, when you get the ball first, the hope is your opponents never see the football. But now they're going to get a drive to try and win it, or at least keep the game alive with a field goal. And I'm getting a dictionary out to look up ruin.
Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. But it's pretty simple now. They need a field goal out of this drive to extend overtime, or obviously a touchdown would win it. First throw of the OT session for Tua. A short one here, secured by the tight end Waller. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
At the 38-yard line.
So a little chunk there on first as they try to chip away down 3 in overtime.
I like your description. Chip away, down 3. You don't have to get it all in one big play, although obviously that would be nice. But there's no need to have that type of risk associated with it. Run your offense, get first downs, get yourself in a position where you know you're going to at least get 3 and keep this game going. If you get 6, so much the better.
They'll let this go deep for Waddle. Oh, it's intercepted. That'll seal it. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the fourth.